Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for the second semi-final in the Dubai Sevens. It is just about to get underway between New Zealand and Argentina. In the New Zealand starting lineup, it is Curry, Shea Clark, Sione Molia, Akulia Rokalisoa, Narohi McGarvey Black, Leroy Carter, and Moses Leo. For the Argentines, it's Gonzalez, Mir, Moneta, Germain Schultz, Alvarez, Azudsuk, and Palandini, the last man in that starting lineup. But both sides have made their way onto the field. We already know who they will be playing in the final. The winner of this contest going head-to-head with South Africa, who are the defending champs of Dubai. They've made it to the final the last 5 times. Who will be the team that can match up against them? Could it be a repeat, perhaps, of what we saw as the Olympic bronze medal final? Or could it be a rematch of a match that took place in the group stage? Hi Hamish, let's go Blitzbox. Says Marnus, and hi Hamish, says Stuart Moore. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing extremely well. Do let me know your predictions, ladies and gentlemen, for the score in this contest. We've also got a game just around the corner, though, between Australia and Samoa, so be sure to stay tuned for that as well. New Zealand are kicking off from right to left, and we are now underway, ladies and gentlemen, for this match between New Zealand and Argentina. Akulia Rokalisoa kicks off high, and it is beautifully taken by Alvarez to keep the ball in hand for the Pumas. Quick hands, Luciano Gonzalez. He has been dangerous throughout this competition, although some would say not quite as dangerous as Marcos Maneta, who has scored 7 tries. That is a knock-on from Argentina, so a little bit similar to how we saw the start of the other semi-final between Fiji and South Africa. Few early nerves playing factor in the way that the teams were handling the ball. Sorry, I've missed the World Cup final. Was in France watching Sports Bar at a town called St. Flour. Says Stuart Moore, no worries at all. Hopefully you did enjoy the final. We could see a rematch of it in the Sevens just around the corner if New Zealand get themselves a win. Argentina have burnt themselves out against Samoa, up the Kiwis. Says Elon, and I was busy with lunch. What was the score between South Africa and Fiji? So South Africa managed to win that game 14 points to 7. So it was a relatively low scoring game, but in the end, they were able to get themselves that victory. Kulia Rokalisoa. Now stolen in the scrum by Argentina. Brilliant bit of work by their hooker in the middle. And then Akulia Rokalisoa from an offside position tried to jump onto that ball. So it does mean the penalty goes the way of the Pumas. But great steal in the scrum. That is something that not many teams are able to do in any game, let alone up against New Zealand, who are normally known for their set piece. Known for being strong there. 90 seconds gone already in this contest. For these sides, they of course want to win this game, but they also don't want to gas themselves out with the final only being a few hours away. And we are covering that one on the channel as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. That is going to be Akulia Rokalisoa. He tackled the halfback before the ball was out. So it is another penalty going the way of Argentina, and they will once again opt for the scrum. A few other games, of course, taking place in the Sevens currently. Let's see France versus Spain more recently. A few other games taking place in the very near future. I believe we've got a few women's games just around the corner. Rokalisoa. Yeah, such a nice name to listen to. Says Elon, and Hamish and says something mildly insulting in a bro way. Good to see you, mate, says Tony. I mean, I could think of a few things to put in that gap, Tony, but yeah, I hope you're keeping well. Hope you've been enjoying the Rugby Sevens. I think New Zealand will win by 5. Says Marnus. That ball is stripped away from the breakdown, but it still goes back to Argentina, who have had a majority of the possession throughout this first half of the semi-final. Now running hard, Germain Schultz gets his offload away. Alvarez is waiting for it out wide, but they find Marcos Maneta, who's just dropped that ball. It's gone backwards, they say. So it is play on. Alvarez receives it this time. In the middle of the field, 50 metres out, Germain Schultz now. Inside ball to Azudsuk, who pins his ears back, running hard, and he will run all the way to the try line. And it is the first try of the match for the Pumas in this semi-final. Thank goodness South Africa through to their 4th straight final in Dubai, says Molly Lagrange. And also this final is going to be a difficult prediction. It could go any way, go blitsies. Argentina might take this win, says Langford. I think New Zealand will win by 17. Manus, you sexy fellow, says Elon there. That is great work from Azudsuk. Did get himself yellow carded, like I mentioned in that last game, but has come back strong and has had a very good Dubai Sevens overall. That kick has gone over. 7-0 now for Argentina. Coach not looking hugely happy yet. I'm sure if his team were to get a couple extra tries, make him feel a lot better about the whole occasion. And converted, says Dami, although I should also mention, just because they have 2 extra tries does not mean that they'd win this game. Because we have seen sides have massive leads to then be overtaken throughout the last couple rounds of the Sevens competition. Ballandini about to kick this one off. Amanis, you right? You might be right. Actually, great call, says Elon there. What's your prediction for the semi-final, says Molina Grange? I think I originally predicted New Zealand by 5. But it's a tricky one. No, sorry, New Zealand by 7, I think I said, rather than by 5. Kulio Rokalisoa now going back across to this right-hand side. New Zealand skip past Shay Clark. He is running like he's an Olympic sprinter. Usain Bolt down the wing, and he will get the try for New Zealand. We've got there 7-all. Oh, a little bit of a stare down there as well. Shay Clark not happy with getting hit after putting the ball down. Any update on GB versus Canada? At this stage, not yet. I can check it though while we are at it. Of course, you had your money on that, didn't you? And you've already lost quite a bit throughout the last 2 games, so you will be hoping to get it back. But Shay Clark running down the wing. As soon as he starts striding, he has got a very, very impressive run. And 7-all for the GB game. We've got there, if Argentina go X time, then find X time and win the Dubai Sand Bucket Sevens. Has that ever been done? I don't know what you mean, Elon, I'll be honest. I feel like my brain's not quite on the same tangent as yours. In that scenario, Alvarez now going across to Marcos Maneta. Knock on there. Rare mistake from Luciano Gonzalez. New Zealand with the counter-attacking chance now. Kulio Rokalisoa puts the step on. Doesn't manage to go through. Decides to use it to the left. Sione Molia in the midfield. Moses Leo again goes across to Carter. 25 out. Had some elusive stepping throughout this competition thus far and wouldn't mind getting another try to his name. Are there technical fouls in sevens? I mean, there's like obstruction and whatnot, but now Scott Curry down the wing tries to go over the top of Marcus Maneta, who muscles up and says, nah, that's not happening. Sione Mulia now gets another offload away. Moses Leo cut out pass. Leroy Carter running onto it, and he goes through and scores the try. Did you change your hoodie? I did not know. It's still the same hoodie as I have had on for the live streams today. A moment, I'll be able to find some information hopefully for you in terms of the sevens. Okay, or maybe not. It tells me that currently it's 0-all between Great Britain and Canada. France won against Spain by 10 points. I don't know whether or not that helps you. And sorry, bro, extra time. When the Dubai send back into the final, there has ever been a team to win all knockout games in extra time? I don't believe so. I feel like that would be a first time for it. We have got there how much time is left. Still 12 seconds remaining in this first half. Second half, we will have the full 7 minutes for both of these sides to be able to work. See whether or not they can walk away with that victory. Now we hear the siren sounding. Argentina desperate to win this game. Go through to the final, says Langford. And I should mention whoever doesn't win this game will go head-to-head with Fiji. That will be a very tough task. Great Britain leading their game 7-0 up against the Canadians, I do see at the moment as well. Now Alvarez misses the pass, but it does bounce up to Herman Schultz, who now tries to get through a Kulio Rokalisoa to no avail. Almost ripped away by Shay Clark in the breakdown. Looks like a boot has come off for one of the Los Pumas players. Alvarez going off to the right-hand side. Marcos Moneta. Another pass off to Azudsuk. And it seems Alvarez has just drifted that pass forward. And that is going to be the end of the half. Is Hooper playing for Australia, or does he start next week in South Africa? I think he starts in January, I want to say. I could be wrong with that statement, but I think he misses a little bit longer and then he comes back in. But he's currently training with them, I want to say. So yeah, they're just giving him a bit more time to get the feel of things. I haven't actually seen him yet this weekend, in terms of even with the Aussies off the bench. But saying that, I think we've only covered one Aussie game so far. Second half, still to come at 7 minutes. Says Langford, that is true. So another 7 minutes remaining. And currently, as we sit, New Zealand leading 14 points to the 7. And Argentina, oh no, I read that one, didn't I? And Elon smoking crack again. Says please name. Half-time in this one. Fast-paced between these two sides. I would say maybe a little bit slower than we saw between South Africa and Fiji. That game was just all out, just both sides putting the foot down. As a half-time, says Molly LaGrange, it certainly is. So half-time in this contest, only 7 points difference. We've seen sides make up a lot more points than that in the last little while. Yeah, should be interesting. See who walks away with it. I should mention 12:30 a.m. New Zealand time is the next live stream that we have got. So that is in 55 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. The game after that we are covering. Just going to have a quick look again. We will go here and we will go here. Of course, the final is going to be happening at 4:53 a.m. New Zealand time. So that is a little way in the future, about 5.5 hours or 5 hours 15 or so. Seeing the France scrum half to make first game in South Africa next weekend. So that is Antoine Dupont, I believe, who you are talking about. Crack only when Timo decides World Cup final incorrectly, says Elon. And any updates on GB Canada? For me, it still says it is 7-0. I'm not sure whether or not that is the case because it says it's only 2 minutes into the game. So, yeah, the score might be slightly different to what I've got. But for now, it's 7-0, I believe, for Great Britain. So there's ranking games just around the corner as well, ladies and gents. The winner of USA Ireland will take on the winner of Samoa. Oh, no, that's wrong, actually. No, there's just one more game for Samoa. I'm really sorry for whatever I said your mum didn't like. I never mean offence ever, says Tony Martinez. When was that? That was a little while ago, wasn't it? Oh, I can't even remember what it was. Okay, there, see Sonny Bill Williams told Hooper not to try sevens. Maybe Sonny Bill Williams regrets playing sevens, says Stone Cold. And how many hours to the final, says Morning Lagrange? About 4 hours and 15 minutes, somewhere around there. Looks as though New Zealand are determined to win this match. Defence is key for 7 minutes, says Langford, and that ball has gone into touch. Argentina now have got themselves the line out, about 25 metres out from their line. How about France versus Spain? France versus Spain, it ended 24 points to 14 in that match. Oh, in fact, my apologies. It is actually New Zealand's line out. Do you live stream the women's, says Elon? We sometimes do. We are going to be doing the women's final between New Zealand and Australia when it does take place. Do you think the Blitzbox will face, or who do you think the Blitzbox will face in the final? At the moment, New Zealand seem like the more likely candidate. But Argentina know how to cause an upset. They've done it multiple times. I wouldn't be surprised if this game goes to golden point time. Leroy Carter breaking through the tackle attempt of Azad Suk, looking for his next passing option. Didn't decide to use one. Almost ended up giving away the penalty on the ground. Rockale Soa. He is now going to be in a race with Marcos Maneta, who's been able to cut him off. In fact, that's not even Maneta, that's Tobias Wade, but a little bit of assist goes to one of the Argentine players there, who well and truly threw off the defence of Tobias Wade. Oh, we have got there. Hey, do you think the Blitzbots will face in the final? Oh no, I read that one. Hi from Timaru, says sure, welcome in. Cricket, tennis, fitness, gym, and rugby sevens all happening in Dubai, says Blues Nate. And also, I get cheeky, I adore you guys, says Donny there. Rockale Soa, Tobias Wade, I think he had him, but it was when the second defender arrived, he almost half by blocked Tobias Wade from defending, which opened up the gap for Rockale Soa. He's been timed out. Took too long to take that kick. How crucial will that be in this one? Rockale Soa surely not going to be happy with that. Gets the try, doesn't get his own conversion, can slip through New Zealand's fingers. Well, that 2 points could be crucial. Because if Argentina score 2 converted tries from here, they will win this game. That is, of course, relying on New Zealand not being able to get any extra points. I'm happy with how this New Zealand team is going. Hi, Timaru. I hope you're on caffeine. Must be late there, geez. And you too, Hamish Farr, says Elon. Now Argentina in possession. I see Gaston Raval has made his way onto the field. The experienced veteran trying to help his side. Fraha now. Nice attack and run tackle by Sione Molia. Azad Suk goes off to the right-hand side. Tobias Wade moves up to 25 out. New Zealand's defence so far has been relatively solid. Bias Wade, waiting in support, and he does manage to get the pass from Alvarez now. Fraha going down the wing, missed tackle there for New Zealand, and that is the thing that can cost you in games. Brady Rush gets bumped off, and Argentina now back into the contest. This one's still got golden point written all over it, depending on whether, of course, this kick goes over or not. But Brady Rush, one-on-one. As soon as you miss a tackle in sevens, you are more than likely going to concede a try. And Rush found that out the hard way. And Fraha reaps the rewards of a good run down the wing. Timeout, that's the first, says Morne Lagrange. I think it's the first time in this competition anyway for the Dubai Sevens that we've seen. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. Will face New Zealand, says Julian. And also Los Pumas Vamos, says the Blues Nate. And that kick has gone over from Argentina. How much will New Zealand come to regret not putting that kick down the middle? And now Argentina says Jashvish or Jaishiv. Hopefully I've said that correctly. My apologies for mispronouncing it. Now Tobias Cook-Savage does well to keep that ball. Argentina get the clean turnover in the breakdown though, in the form of Marcos Maneta. That looked high from Brady Rush, and it's the advantage now in favour of Argentina. Fraha, inside ball, charging forward, but doesn't manage to get through that gap. Cody Vai has to make the tackle. Ball is out the side. Argentina lacking numbers to the right, so they head left. 15 out. Still 2 minutes to work. Nail biting finish we are in store for, says it was there from Manus. And also Blues Nate is in the chat as well, put in some emojis. Now Marcos Maneta trying to glide through the gap to Bias Wade out wide, cutting on the inside now for Argentina. Cody Vai not able to get that turnover. Azud Suk goes to Marcos Maneta. Cassio Ravol gets the try. And now Argentina have the potential of taking the lead in this contest. The 37-year-old. And now the semi-final is 19 apiece, but Argentina have a kick to come. This just got a whole lot more interesting, although I remember what happened in the game between New Zealand and Samoa. Samoa looked like they were in a position to be able to win it, but it wasn't the case. So can they hang on? The kick is successful. 21 points to 19. Vamos, says the Blues Nate. As we got Hamish Yatif super white. I think it's the lighting. Because it's a white light, I think it helps. Kind of makes them probably look better than they are. 1 minute remaining. 60 seconds to work here for Argentina. They kick off. Curry slaps it back. Claimed by Tim Mickelson, one of the experienced heads of this New Zealand side. Cody Vai, one of the younger players, and he's knocked the ball on, but it is a penalty for Argentina not releasing when the knee was down. Woo, very, very interesting, says a Langford. And sharp-looking Kiwi lad, says a David. Now McCarvey Black having a bit of a skip and a hop towards the defensive line. Beautifully done by Whangango Nofo. I messed up his name badly, but he did not mess up the pass. Moving up to the halfway line now for New Zealand. Argentina get the turnover penalty and only 20 seconds remaining. All they need here is a scrum, the ball to come out the back, and Argentina would make their way through to the final to face the South Africans. They are just showing there Rockali Soa. He knows that if he had just put that kick over, the thing is it wasn't even a hard kick. It was 10 metres out in front. Easy as you like to just slot it over, but he waited too long. And he decided to use that 30 seconds to look at the post rather than to kick the ball at them. And it might be the reason New Zealand miss out on a chance of going through. Should be cheap. You got no teeth, says the Blues Nate. And I was really good there. Looks like it slipped through their fingers. Yep, 10 seconds remaining now. Unless something drastic happens in this breakdown, in this scrum, Argentina are going through to the final to face up against the South Africans. 9 seconds now remaining on the clock for Argentina to make their way through to the final. New Zealand trying to shut it down. Mickelson knocks it on, and that will be the end of the contest. Argentina go through. Not going to be a repeat of the Rugby World Cup final, says Wise One. But Julio Rocalisoe, he scored his own try. He waited to get timed out. He doesn't convert it. Those 2 points could have been handy. And this contest would have come back Argentina, and exactly right. We say it all the time, sevens, no matter how many points you're ahead by, you don't always win the game. You can have a massive comeback from the opposition. The GB versus Canada game, for anyone wondering, currently sitting 14 points each in the final moments, or I believe they still have about 5 minutes remaining in that contest. But the next live stream that we have got, ladies and gentlemen, it will be Samoa versus Australia. That one will be taking place in only around 45 minutes time. And timeout cost New Zealand, it did. And it's one of those ones that, I mean, they can learn from it. At the end of the day, though, you just take the kick in the designated time. You don't wait so long. Great job, Argentina. Super grats, says Henny. And there as well. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. Like I said, the next live stream that we have got on the channel will be at 12:30. That is Samoa versus Australia. By then, I am going to have the live stream scheduled for the final and the third place playoff game. So be sure to check them out as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. It is confirmed Argentina versus South Africa in the final. And alongside that, it will be the matchup between New Zealand and Fiji for the third place playoff game. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I will see you all for the next.